This is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Boadu TV yamawa kwaba na asem esi nyasa ketwa enipa 6 na efrim ankwada omayo madwen se ompese omoko Ghana Armed Forces mu ombeye sojafo yese omoko body screening ewo airwork na kwada beye 21,000 akogu ho enipa ni yanche mu ena omugu ho ena kwada so de oni momo ese yemfa se nkwada ni invest in kwada na aswodin bi ni mo fro wo nti bie gate no be hwe obi apeso wura muntan gidi omutete ni pass 6 omutete am say 25 na ni pass 6 dey amun hwa no muye ya swad aka no ko 37 teaching military hospital mama mpanyo kra ko hwom na listo wakasa fa ho chese asem na odwo hanjase papa J enso ye adwumedie kama de akai no na afenso nyame adom o kyana so budget bekoso taste the budget bekoso Ghana man panyin John Ramani ma so akopa nkoko nketenkete ho twwa wo asantemantem yeti
bi ya wo eye party fo bia wo ma wo penti eye omanpanyin dada wenya ne baby ko Jerry John Rollins say asif say oya abonsam bia obesi oman Ghana but in there some of them things say nka otiasia nka ne type of leadership ne type of governance na Ghana ye hia sesia enam the way a MPP aben tama wo hwe sika we di na oman ya omo abo na abro even looking at the akos we metro mass simple nka we hia eye ni leadership wona MPP fo no wan hia eye TV and radio program mpo a wo wi a wotume kasa asem ne say we need such a leadership that is nya achuma eye Ghana for yan dodo no ye binemo ye because ye nya achum to extent say nipa no ye hu ne mfaso the same as eye is Ezen John Dramani Mahama mra no wo so the same thing na wo kan say mebre office so na the same MPP for na omo afe no na Ghana for binemo in the waba was yes indeed wa kosuya eye bibi efi eye ni Lucy na o Lucy no that is Ghanaians for you but the papa na de meji say at any time okasa won say na wisdom okasa won say won ne kasa mu no emu yedru okasa na won say indeed bema na ekasa bema okasa ekọ into future mprempren so okasa onti ase ba okọ tenase wo fie now so reflecting in some papa can know say indeed papa no wa kan sama emu yedu ye ankasa no wonder na ebi modwen said nka papa na yode nka oyo sofo na oyo komsheni edema oman Ghana that is the level of nipa His Excellency Jerry John Rollins the late na oye wasum Ghana nde yehwa ne yere akoka no ho nyame adoma ending of the month na wobeye neyi meji de say Ghana na ya hwere bibi nde 5 years exactly ofimu look at what really happened in the airwork is it a coincidence ana Ghana na pede nyame pede ye kai sa papa no because soldier mu na wo pese wo mu kwoshem na ni akoto atoe mbebu yam papa Jerry John Rollins awenya ni baby ko no ye bebu pa na owura soldier mu o chine mu ema o man Ghana sa mbranti ni nketesi ani atoe ndey they were going to serve the country Ghana o man Ghana ntina sa eto enchemi akoto meji di say wana meme momede wana bibi atoe wana wada hospital no won ho towen na we declare when fatal at least oman peyin na your friends defense minister acting was say one masa mo friend they purely protocol direct one ma when one call yes because when you are no binimu omo ashro one kwa one so no because of person was some of my Ghana so what to declare when fatal oman peyin I know he can do that some of friend now more can 30 something na 20 something and was so automatic one day more one show won't be abum and no say one call training straightforward no me soldier for me did say eno ebeboa o my Ghana no eno be man obi ehun say indeed ya adwen eye your friends say Sam Branty won so that Ghana so ebe for any time pefra me I think say kakra metumi aka afa eye o man peyin dada wenya ni baby ko nde eye ne finum pepepe a yakopon to nsa frɛ no na ndan finum na anum no ye hwɛ ne eto eye ye nuanom nketo a wo pese wokɔ eye your friends saying eye soldier na was from my Ghana some years back yente for the past 8 years what is a military recruitment so amana a pale mbebu na no wo pe kunye so mbeso mo my Ghana no wa doors because the past 8 years no yante hwe into no one now wa apply no wa doors but ga yebesere yebetu yetu kire ya adwen ana yes a Nicholas because every year like Greater Accra over 1,000 soldier for torso physical training instructors are war military what also so why not say wo yen bi wa Accra Sports Stadium yen bi wa Tema stadium na yen bi ewo your friend is saying Independence Square I think say yeah nke be reduce this your friends and stampede ya costly ukwo Cape Coast a wobetumi aye bi wo Swedro stadium wobetumi aye bi ewo like the Cape Coast be bi awoye wobetumi aye bi wo Winneba ebe mana esobeden esobete ukwo around your friends asin fosu the asin enclave na wobetumi aye bi wo so that wobetumi amana pressure no aye then abefim ukwo Western region the same thing Eastern region wo ye bi wo Kofodua stadium ono metu ya be ye bi wo achiase jungle warfare and other places so that to reduce this because all the time sa anyama no first no na yete ebi ma collapse but in the collapse na ya hu hwia na owu na abem ye nim o china ye ebesi ye besre the Ghana Armed Forces na the minister acting na ni deputy Boja Jemfina owura eya to force won hwe no won ye bibi na Ghana fun kai won say wa breso no wo to decentralization no e down this decentralization to your friends regional capitals one center no emboa won hwe no won ye hu bibi kwa Ashanti regional wotuma akoye bi wo Boase wotuma akoye bi wo other places a ebetu Mampon and other thing ebetumi amana bibia no eswa then I very simple na I very easy recently NSS for one your friends postings and other one validation we make sure say nipa 500 at a time one corner one validation etunu mana process na ekos mresesa na ya asesa ye ho yenja say ya de dadaw na no mana Ghana yenko yenim kakra metumi aka
mela senti chairman Watara Mubarak na yetene ka mamen browswe nana poku
amefa kunya we so nchia ahwefo na etiefo amenchia minu Watara na menchia ona memo abaso ne adwumaso a oyeboa o man Ghana penifo se afibi esan afi we de emunsem dos
wakansem
na nyina ne se du ba bi a na ayen sempi sanse ade bi ho a ke betime sia no kwan
nokre
na sene ama maboton titiriu ne kwan a enyoma asi ene no mefa so sie no ama me ya adwen ho se e wo se omampani krake hwepo as the commander in chief of the
sanity
because she said wa unim soldier pa no soldier bibia won bia ye regimental enya dia the armed forces no eye neoma haphazardly without recourse to being strict and detailed with measures. I was say this one sana a new maybe recruitment. This is not the first time Ghana Armed Forces Society recruitment. This will certainly not be the last time. Na Sebi Greater Accra. One na in charge. Say I was say almost see to it say grounds. A juma omudi egu akwam war coming a net day. Omo pese omo ye recruits. Ghana Armed Forces no. Measures ben omudi egu akwam. Did say senko de measures papa egu akwam a enka sade we nyina kemba enti ya betina studio ha be kasa de be kwa kusi ni se ye kwa kote committee very fortunately say Minister for Defense in the person of Ora Atoforsen or the two bedroom say yan kote committee bia nemo no ombe internal board discussions seem to be free by na in town sound so there was a bonny at the abono me pese omobema bibia are transparent na the transparency that Ghana ni say ebia seem to free her ebi CBM no ebema yetimi ada ye ho so say me kope bibia bedi na sebi ahomache oba sorry say me kwa kopa adwuma nyina ya adwuma se me na me nu eken mebunu ahwehwe adwuma for the past 8 years and sana adwuma ha me ba aban mu de obetia ye say yakofa nkofo bi a chese de omo koy election bia bi yes ya fa nkofo ebi okra mpo a ye fa no in the dark chese wonte ho hwe recruitment abaso enti when they decided this time around said they will be very transparent with the general public no ama obi bia botwi knowing the numbers that had already on the system no committed to wanting to be recruits no I expected say the Ghana Armed Forces would do quite a good job by making sure say omobetimi assegregate ama enye say ye kamu na mabom na sebi ya already no enyina ye nim obi wo kura mpo anyi soja no ope wo adwuma na ope obi wo wa apply soja wi a or apply immigration or apply fire or yes or apply not because a person or soldier now or person or fire service officer now say bia police near now immigration officer or per juma na ye keke. So I would use this opportunity to tell Aban so say Aban should speed up on the issues of employment. In fact, it's at the heartbeat of the current youth. Ya omokoto abama ora mahama. To we sha NSA or launching nkoko nketenkete. Enwa enani be say a week ago we were launching Yoma trying to make sure say a bit me absorb the youth population na omuni dwuma bia dia akoye say asosabo abamu no. Etino ya be sure mo say the earlier we look at the private sector and so no the better. Say Aban intimi employ as many as we expect Aban to employ. Because if you look at the current statistics now, Aban has on the database over 700,000 employees. A country like Ghana having this magnitude of employees, you need to say helpful. Even though when you look at the statistics in terms of the ratio, the armed forces we have the police service we have, the immigration and all that, if you look at the numbers and said that any, especially the Ghana police service, and said that the UN, your friend is saying, Chatano, nkoko papa. And so no, me ojidie say, sa bind and she say go akwan a, you betimi improvise recruit and call for. They said they're basintele no mu. We can still have them. Na ebia what feeds into ebia the police from basintele. What feeds into the military ebia the cadet at the secondary schools. What feeds into them ebedu baby enkoye say we university wakotena fie ebi krampa all university ni nyina na ye training how to be a soldier.
All right.
Yeah, obewie sebi enya afei na ode ne ba befa a very tedious process mu a ebekwa create this stampede. You look at the situation with even your neighbor Burkina Faso. I say a very compelling on Aban say I was saying Kolano or national service ni bia no mitimi ko soldier kakra. Nti ebedu baby no wan kasa no okoya ohu se ni soldier tie no obetimi recruit no anasa obe enlist no but pending recruitment in future. Say ye science kakra won no mabi mu a o man pani eba no o kan reset. I've always argued say the reset word no heavier than what I have seen so far. Even though he is on the trajectory of making sure say obey overhaul some of the things that in the past were wrong. But I think say the word reset is a total overhaul and a mini reset. Because everything before he became president was wrong. Everything. I don't find any scintilla of an event to be now course in the past and correct. From the judiciary, from the executive, from the legislature, everything about this country and its governance and wrong it was a overhaul. It is a share military send aye from time I be Ghana Armed Forces to data. See a carry setter and you will be a primitive. Say soldier no yɛde ahoɔden ɛne nneɛma ɛnɛ ami bi aluwa a wɔde ahoɔden na ɛyɛ adwuma etuani adwene no ɛne yɛde yɛ adwuma nti no sɛ broni etuani adwene a ɛwɔ sɛ yɛn nso no yɛgyae saa we no go sit down with them cheaters every day ahoɔden na saa adwuma no saa nneɛma no atwam ɛna akora tene dem kora no so ɔkyerɛw AI de obetumi de ayɛ a ɛyɛ too overwhelming enti baabi a yɛkɔ no baabi a yɛsɛ mmerɛ dane a yɛna yɛ ho bi Yes, you have first time your money being your system. She said, yeah, almost starting so movie. There was this argument that Ora Sam George a pejai say only last 27 and I say up to 27 years cut off point no. I just say will be already 28 to be a 40. I'll be a 109 deal bit me dia bois. Ye Canada. It has no make sense. There are things that we must change as a people and know say moving forward you see a reset or mine dia and you might be an primitive tete no ya penny patcho no akosoja tete no penny patcho no akoschool the ma nursing training college ne teacher training college ekoba say ye twa omuka ma allowance no was because ya patcho ansa na obi akokyera de anas obi akoschool akosua de kyere akokyera de and no yɛn pakyɛw uyi wani ana yɛma enti no nneɛma bi wɔ hɔ a yɛde amayɔsɛm ɛna ɛsɛ yɛn ho ɛmmoa yɛn
asɛm
enti mɛsrɛ sɛ deɛ sie no sɛbi ɛnyɛ sie awie abusua ne ɛbɛma ɔmo yɛ akɔ na sɛbi mekɔpɛ biribi abɛdi maame ne ba ne ti papa ne ba ne ti wakra mekɔ aba na afi bi akɔyɛ san enti yɛbɛsrɛ say the osasu twin no montwe so na and serve as deterrent to the others that may in future want to similarly do same na ebiansi biem ne yesusu say wo se ye nsusu a ebesi eye de ebesi daache ho kwan na ebesi biem nsusu no yenhwe ne yenye me ya na maye eni na enya anye enenam. Procrastination is the thief of time. We like to procrastinate. We are bay. Ya kwa kohwe ya hwehwem afebo se obi adamfo bi eho aka. Esan say na adamfo ntubo se na report na delay. Minister on for timelines into home we any kwan say di 1 week kra ya hwehwem because emeya na dey me see it took just few hours to get this incident. How many hours must you even sit and know what happened within that short time? So if within this short period and you may see bosumi kweko yhwemu by the time you be hwemu no most of the information will be here to correct the wrongs no may have just gotten missing until mesre shishi ya obrukunam yedini show ni shishi ya na do ye boni a wanye the correcting no yehwe ne yentwena so enya afi na me betina ha babubodin se mo anye de babubodin because sebi I'm sure say a dime pro ewaso se yesi ye ko ye domu asuko me akohwe de ma stampede ni ba ya I mean say we M1 na e wo ho e nipa na e wo ho ye be who went wrong at what point na ye de asotwe se fata amano se me be ya e be yensa na ho se gaachi bi obi e wa adwenboni bi pese oye bibi boni bi a enkofa your friend is animonyam more minor.
Okay.
You betimi atwena so. It's on the back of that. It's on the back of that. Say nyina yenim say your man penny dada when you the baby ko. Personally, he wasn't a friend of mine until after some time me who say na ni susu ya enunti ode etwe yempanifo bi a in the past no more complaining about Rollins suban na I was say woye na you say time is the mightiest judge of all events in life what you say eme enekire sabi unu obi ya dia o yo wo de twen na obi hu or patch o say eme ene be den ebe kire me ye obi na me ye a very strong critic of Rollins in the past. Some of my criticisms, even my articles, maybe Okrana, there were some form of unprintable words that I personally went to him for forgiveness. There are some years before he died. But not only me fan, but me Ekufuada memuono, and the me dientia. Now, there needed to be a Rollins to correct the stupidity and the folly in the elderly of society then. So we share Papa Prenimu when you to say Kufuado. Na obu mine, na osimedio man fosika behind private jet. Ako twitwi mamo tuom na madware na mato yoga chair esi private jet mu akokora obu ne pa. Na yoga chair si private jet ni yoga chair ye di bu ya
yoga chair minim say
so pacho udi ogugo yoga chair no
minim yoga
so yoga chair akokora boni a wa se kaki pieto ene ko high private jet yoga chair sim yoga chair ye
private jet yoga chair
private jet na yoga chair sim ti yoga chair no de ye den
ko enim
obi aso atese wa boni asem
ko enim
enti no so wo hwe enioma na Ekufuado aban ne ye na wo hwe de wono ne wo fa pa wuli no be ye with liman na wo ka tell me say ade a Rollins ye ene nya me no be de achi because time na ye adwu ye say Rollins ye no na ye hu amamu boni a sabi na ete say Ekufuado de no and I took the pain and went to him, knelt before him to just forgive me, and when he put his hand on me I felt very relieved. I had a sigh of relief and felt say, Adia Yadia Rollins, we were not fair to him and to ourselves. Thank you, ma Adia Rollins here no yensenaho. Emma ye preaching say, Bonia Sabina and Yoma a koso under your friend say probability to menka other regime there. San say you see a can enter account. What I say? Please say Rollins was really right. Me have had an opportunity to rebuke a personal, somebody in my family, even including my father. Say, what could try the 1 cedi? Oh, try the chrono 5 cedi. So 1 cedi now, what try the Nipano, ne workers manufacturing, Bibia, Womo, and for so was soon to 1 cedi now, Kotoya. We will buy ya, who now got try the 1 cedi, no, try the 5 cedis. No, say, a Calabula also then in Adrian. And Ticadia would 3 more than 22 cedis. No, for sure 1 cedi. I know now manufacture you, as well for sure 1 cedi. Your manufacturer will try manufacturing cost, will try labor cost, will try electricity. Bibiano, or no, out to Adena 1 cedi, will to Adena 5 cedi, to me, with 3 million. No, the catcher says, Suba, now you will give me a Mamboenia, who say Rollins. All these things were wrong. And then, Minoka say, Obi Esime say, and you are yet it is so no one thing so. Now, why not China? You know, or no, the Yamani farm and on the banner, the Tomagan and you for China, more young Kobuno. Adea or Saluda. Say now, told Yamana, who could free China and they buy no. What Tony saying? What must I say? And to be me on one own enemy. Another one is so to correct. Eti sabi trying to me so na me drink while again. Me no na me drink say let's just papa no drink the man for him even though on your scent.
Okay.
Or we see to or anyoma or yeah sabi ebepem ne I will still I'll criticize. Now so no largely no na intention or woma the populace no to make sure say nipa or ya Ghana ni hu beto no. Na larger than Sebio Nisinto. Enti se me ka na me de asiso a na me mano dem refer due ni amani hu se onko de di sebi obra twawuo na nipa nso sebi we bia eden a obekọ yo ese kwa wakoi omanfo be kai no ye be kai ni papaye ne ne boni obia wo wiase bia sa
oh yes
enti ye kai no ni papa ene ne boni ni ye kai enti wo a wo politician ne no na wo de Rollins dia tu hu fo se dia ni de be kai wo ene sebi manu susu no kan so se jo ma mani wa Ghana fo be fe ne papa
sa
impo me wo fakufo ene so ni wa Ghana fo be kai bibi se wo no na apen so na ye bopum se bagibusia koye adwuma meboa
sa
so na nisinto wo ho obi be kai no ene akufo ado so ni wa ede ene de be kai no ado droba so wuti wiase na wo buma na wo ye nipa boni ni ti se de ene wuti wo ya na wuti fia wo kundan kran kola ma ba yi wuti wa na wo de akwa adwendwen mu se ede na Ghana fo se daachi bi na so ni wiase na yen kai wa de ene de be kai wo se wo ni akokora na wo jije nkokora fo ni mriwafo sika di ye na de ko high private jet na wo ma omumu fa kese na ewu ye no wadwen boni we and now they criticize Rollins we abaye mampani wo Ghana ha amene omuko yanche yu akwan afudo hwe no se ono se bepema mampani adi wo man we mu kese Ghana fo de enchani ewe fi se nipa boni bi bedi yeso e ma dollar no fa free 4 ekodu 17 kese yewe fi eti ya kai Rollins a ye kai no nipa pem no ne boni mu enti wo politician ne nyankopon ma wakonya a wo de somo manfo no can you say ye be kai wo daachi na die ne ye de be kai wo die no manfo de be kai wo ma be tena studio ha akai Ghana fo Kofi Asante bedi atuo a ne wa ye te se kontomi no sense afi wo boni wadani dwuntuni no wo boni ndi tu amanfo fo oto ne ho asebre ho nyum oto ono ane sebre ho nyum ene ne sebre no awie ni sa amoako ene adu medas oba panyi na akwa adu so sese wakọ ne krachi edi manu si wo ho no okunu ko yi anche ene ono so wato anananu won si edo ono si ebe kai no 31st December hwe se ni usi tete ma se ni si yesamna se ni si yewe ano so wi ase no na edu ba bi political greed asa affect no enti mesre obi bia wo history show history wa bra wo ti ase na ye kan ayewo dansa na wawu timesre se wo bra ya boy obia wo history ayetro enwe se obi anim se ne ne aboagi ko ye ya yakofa DNA abai DNA e de ya de ye ye nso a de ebebu abon woti ase obi atro ne history wo yo ba di hulu nyesa mi wa aboagi nchen na me sa nam akwa ofu yi we nso nchen ni huna anye ni atro history papa ye mo bra pa ni ma ye ho nti na ya de papa na ma wani mu nti ni ma odin pa eno ni ade ya me gidi sese ya ye nyina ye besere wo ya ma opposition wonko ama ni afofo yi wo ho wo so kan no no so be ka wo da chi e bia na wo so da chi bi wo ba be di tumi wo ni ane ba be di na wo so ba tifie obi aba minister wo ko da ne mesi usia MPD ba ne former MPD ba ne na me hwe ne homo bro a let's go my kaise enye nko na obedi mie na kaso bua wo bi na dachi wono susu akai se papa ina bua mi mami na bua mi na no susu se ne ba nko aso ope bibia mi so ne moa no no enam duaso na homa ye den ehunu soro nti mu a mu ye nnua no ene ye besere mu emmenya wo se de onam fom no se bi oni ba bi fa ma ho kwan na won fro na dachi odu soro a wakai se dua we na menam ne so a me furu ko hu soro nti mesere obi amoa ne yonko no mu amoa boye ho na odo no ne fa ne se ya so nsa ne ye boa wo na nso aso obi nsa na ye nyina ye boa ye ho na ya to santine na ye fe.
Okay, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama by Esha on the 7th day of January 2025. You know, a year Sakai Bibri, yes, you see, and yet I recorded a year single digit inflation. Yes, you see, inflation in that a year 8%. We my investors are almost super mobile my investor confidence near the cost. Now, 2026 budget by year, which the amount for expected one, COVID levy, the year free for, and year one. And there will be no new taxes. A budget here, but new taxes be in favor via. Only say a buy where you say a amount for a year import win. No maybe a year 200,000 ever for ma. A buy no to me my okra sign your man. You see, we be able to call him at the call a year car. A some bo a year 750,000. My pay more fee 200,000 cost 700,000 rather. Yeah, no, so you get you 400 ever in how women banking. And so amount for better home and some. Agri sector amount for better home and some. Yama bani di go aquam. Tell the bear me bunu bit me and you my infrastructure. A year secondary school so I would do a year. I mean, yes, he say we go we now we are but we go we are by 2026 by budget no. Mobile see a dine be ya mobile upgrade schools ni be so before no be the can A4 no or SHS no that is no so the base admission requirement ba more to me than other ho. The sign can be a energy sector no. Because think I see money can ni nyina no. Mobile capturing na 2026 budget ni. Na obi be ka say asrafo nso aso ye aban no 2026 budget ya eba no ibe hu budget ni say aban no ebe yen say ya ibenya helicopters makoma ko 4 for the Ghana Armed Forces ya sa helicopters 4 no ebe ya soja 4 edi asisi ya ka say makokora ni ho a eye adwuma e wo mem ha ni nyina yen say ya 2026 budget no ibe wo na ibe ka say presidential jet no so one sent saying it's not in good condition. That's all France Tabani yen say ibenya eye jet mienu ya jet mienu no baako ebeye Ghana Armed Forces 4 edia ya aja mo peso mo ko be bia ni padodo no bitimi dia de edia ko na baako so aba da ye oman no oman panyini edia na jet ni wo mo ne say wo ni nyina any helicopters ni na eye France eye for na NCC ni na eye France ne China na sa man fufu bia so na agency no be free aba na sa eye presidential jet ya oman panyini and say omo your budget ni so omo beto no omo di fi mako enan is in 3 phases. First phase no abai ni betu 30%. Second we betu 30%. Na 40% na aka no omo ye delivery a that is say abai na 40% na ye aka. The payment you know ebe mo chiche mo miensa 30%, 30%, and 40%. That presidential jet, about or mine be through the year 2020, early 2029. That is His Excellency, and just one Ukraine, we say, no, Babby, or Babbetinum, the moment penny for flower Bebano, or no, Babby, a year, and then you might be brave, but my mouth for one high woman, and a budget, a day bank budget with the meeting a comapa, and a year doctor case to force and they I take this budget or they by men person make a sabi woman into and me more hard to say, and I had more what's not you better if you only yet because so. Yama actually phone at telephone so I day every year.
Yo, Mamenda, my manager, my power FM manager, Mugabe Mase, my big boss, Mendana Papa, or a year, and Sasonka Crodia Maya and Efano, a budget 2026 presentation, a yaduma Yamepe, or China, Yinano by 2 p.m. Na Edibsa, Yina, Yitibina, Yunquaya, on my Ghana, Yakoma Bodia for 2026, a becosono. Or Titum has in Tocha, you betty, Nevia, but delve into it. Or a round table, Hona, Yeti home, come on. Inti, your budget expectation, budget 2026. Chairman, budget expectation, Yenti.
Yo, Mina, but
that's it. Umreno Quinty.
1 minute, 30 seconds. 1 minute, 30 seconds. One Maya, Quenya, Crown, venture, Ofa, Umreno, Nam Guazinia, and to the end, next week. But the American said, Abain Papa, Naba. Indeed, the resetting is working. And then a missing a kind of resetting, there's more into it. I was say, and I know, say, Oman paying a season John Draman Mama will do very well. In there, Obia Cassa na Yamanabo, Yaka inflation. First, no, Oko Twadia. What's in the winding? What's a still I want to Yamanado. But in America, they say, Kada inflation. Young fan compare Binimu Abredo. And Ra Utumi Ede 100 cities say, why your budget? Oko Twade. Uko do a supermarket and a Jomo Hanano. Na ogwadini na aka say twen na me friend na me bisa eye price ugina hwa na o ma asanso atum biom inda yem bisa say for the past baya bosom nkron ekobosom edu ni sa na okodo ana inda mu yem bisa say mu na boya de ahe when nyina ye nhihye ya yo mampanyi ene your friends owura to force pump station a catch your one feeling in terma de be yes ye tum pump so wo pa jai eni brebra eni mire wo be test wo pump ya catch so eni bro kro mesanti so yes they be asa say when nyama nka first no predict wa nyama no bu okosoro no inde busumbe ye eduni ejina faako ene na ekire se aban no obo no ho mbode ene na ekire se bibia be hye ye nkotokum ntino ochina de ye betin sempa bebre e won ye friend se budget na obado no let's of area number now
we are na kire ade ba ko bi mu nyina fa nioma e ko so mfie nwotwe atwam emu nseni ani fa compare bosome nwotwe pe e ho na ba se ato forcing ama Ghana for nyina hu the very uselessness of the former vice president and the most wicked nature of the former finance minister. Isan say finance minister oba kind budgeter odi kind bible quotation
no we are white
was fufuo we are na sabi ehiafo mom ene obetintim omo ensa agi omo sika kakra e wo omo nsa Adane Zacchaeus to Ginia no sika wode koto ade no woje wo tax wo ho na de ode to wallet so wasaje tax wo wi a wasa chese utimu se owudi ni pa na na edi anim se ana ato forcing ade a wasa ma Ghana fo nyina hu ni se ba wo mia o mo number bia onye economist enu titiri ubehu ni wo sene waye dollar eni cedi no amen ne cedi anya hoden aye kra ya sai pa ni cho say oh ho ato susumane nkofo
aforce bi oye
aforce kakra oye oh ni nyina ni say aban we before so oba aban mu no onya bibi correct say you cannot be a government unto yourself you are always a government unto the people John Mahama any president onu di kan call Ghana for said dia na me baba ye mampani am pese me yema mo e didn't see that we here no the finance minister so buy onu so answer no be ready budget no after stakeholder engagements no o sa ko dwom o ko lorry stations o ko busa say mo dia na me yema mo no wa ye e ti atina Ghana for e beti asempa